Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm KeylowK and today we're going to be rating the MOONBLADE. As always, I'll be going over the pros and cons of this build and giving my opinions on it. If you don't know who KhrazeGaming is, then I suggest you go check out his channel. That should show up on screen right here. This content creator specializes in creating Elden Ring builds. He also has content to help you find rare armor sets, rare weapons, and so much more. He also does content on other games as well. So if that sounds like something you're into, then go drop by his channel and give him a sub, or just stop by and watch some of his content. I'm sure he will appreciate that. The links to his channel and the build that I'm rating will be in the description of this video. As always, before we jump into the content, I'll give you all a quick overview of how we judge the builds we rate. Let's get it! This is just a quick overview before we jump into the content. We rate these builds on three things: drip, how fresh does the build look, PvE, how much damage this build can produce, and how well does it work against enemies and bosses in the game, and PvP, how well does this work against other players. Each section gets a score from 1 to 10 and the build gets an overall score of 30. Before we jump into the content, I just want to say that I don't have any agenda or ill intent on any creator's builds I rate. I thought this was a fun idea to bring to life, and I have the utmost respect for all creators on this platform grinding it out every day to create content for us to enjoy. Anyway, that's enough for this part, let's get into the content. I have had this mask before on another build, and in all honesty, on this build, it doesn't look half bad. The last build that had the Okina mask was on the Beast Champion armor, greaves and gauntlets, and to me that did not suit that build. But that's just my opinion. If you have not watched that video, then I'll put a card up on screen somewhere. Apart from that, we have Blade's armor, gauntlets and greaves. To me personally, this has to be one of the best looking armor sets in the game in my opinion. I think the reason why the mask goes so well on this build is because of the Moon Veil plus 10, which does slash and pierce damage. Yes, you heard right, I'ma be one of the most hated spamming transient moonlight user you will see. You get this weapon at Talon and Gale Tunnel by defeating the Magma Worm boss. Anyway, in the offhand, I have the Carrion Regal Scepter, plus 10 as well. You find this weapon by defeating Renala. You get her remembrance, go to the round table hold, and trade the remembrance to Enya. With all this being said, I'm actually going to give this a 7.5 out of 10 for drip. I could be just being biased, but I think everything looks fresh on this build. I mean, all you need is Blade's armor and everything else suits. Anyways, on to the next one. Let's get it! The starting class for this build is the Samurai. This is also an intelligence build. The Ash of War is Transient Moonlight. The talismans for this build are America's Saw Seal, the Magic Scorpion Charm, the Shard of Alexander, and the Carrion Filigreed Crest. The main spell that you will use is Abdullah's Moonblade. In his video, he does have another 2 spells added, but only one works for this build, so I'm adding that in as well, which is the Glintstone Pebble. The Scholar's Armament doesn't work on the Moonveil, so I won't use it. There is no seal, incantation, or physic for this build. On KhrazeGaming's video, his build gets to level 149, so I chucked the extra point into Vigor to get the build to 150. Anyway, that's enough of that, let's get into the content. We haven't faced this guy, so I thought I'd put him in the video. I do the Moonblade, Moonblade again, Moonblade again, I do a Glintstone Pebble, Transient Moon, Glintstone Pebble again just from a distance, Moonblade, and there you go. I thought I'd use Vike as a good example. Do Moonblade, Transient Moonlight, Moonblade, damn, got interrupted, Moonblade, Moonblade. The Moonblade's pretty good, not gonna lie. I thought it was another move. Oh well. Let's go. We have to put the omens in. Watch this. Easy. Oh, he kicked me, damn. And he actually got me, the prick. Let's go, come on. Out of there. Ash of War. Come on, come on, come on. Nah. Easy. I haven't fought one of these in a while, so let's go. While facing the magma worm, I wanted to see what it was like just using the moon veil. No Asher War, no nothing. I really was focused on charged R2 attacks on this, so I could try stagger him. Come on, come on. Charged R2. Does some decent damage, not gonna lie. Come on, come on. Roll R1 there. Charged R2, we should be able to get it again. Nice. Jump R2. And easy. Now this slide here took a while. It took so damn long, but I'm glad that I did it. This is just basically showing off the entire moveset for this build. Come on, come on. Gotta chuck that in there. Dodge, damn, almost got hit. Nice. Let's go. You can get 2 transient moonlight R2s, or when you poise break them, you just need a bit of timing, so you need to do it quite quickly to pull it off. So it's easier to do your Abdullah's Moonblade and then doing the critical hit, from what I've learned through my experience. The only thing I did here was that I put the whatever tear that negates Moog's attack in the second phase. That's not really in the build, but I thought I'd use it just to make this fight a bit more manageable. Second phase, let's go. Transient Moon. Get out of there. Abdullah's Moonblade. Roll forward. Get out of there. Dodge. Nice, nice. Nice, I just got that. Damn. Critical. Let's get it. He actually got no hit on me. This is honestly a great build. The Moon Veil is top tier and Abdullah's Moonblade was great to play around with. Transient Moonlight R1 does about 15k damage and the R2 does about 17k. Abdullah's Moonblade can hit the enemy twice in one attack. The damage is about 1k as well. It can also stance break enemies, which I thought was pretty cool. The Asher War and Abdullah's Moonblade can also hit multiple enemies at once. Then you have the Glintstone Pebble to hit the enemy from long distances. Abdullah's Moonblade can interrupt small to medium-sized enemies' attacks if landed. Now for the cons. There wasn't really much cons on this build. This one stood out the most. Abdullah's Moonblade has slow recovery speed, so if the enemy can tank one Abdullah's Moonblade, then you'll get hit. So that is a con to mention. With that being said, I am going to give this a 7.5 out of 10 for PvE. I think this could actually get higher, but I'm going to leave my score at this, because through my experience, this was a fair score. Anyways, on to the next one. Let's get it. Just so everyone watching knows, this build is made for PvE in mind. So with that being said, let's get into PvP. Sheesh, I ate both those attacks up. Asher War, I have a feeling he's going to come in, so I'll just spam R1. And GG's. I roll forward R1, I get hit, damn. I try to get him with my Asher War. Come on, come on. I honestly thought I was going to die here. Anyways, GG's. This fight took a while to start up. I did not know what was happening, so I should have just attacked him, but it is what it is. I dodge. Lucky I heard the spells in the background. Oh, oh. Come on. Yeah, let's go. And GG's. Not gonna lie, I actually died against this guy, but I used those quite a lot in this because I wanted to be the biggest pest you could come up against. Nice. 800 damage is not bad. Not bad at all. I was just lucky to get him there, or else he would have killed me. GG's. I don't know if this guy had me locked on or not, but oh well. I guess as lightning negates it, maybe he just had a high resistance to freeze. What's up with that? Can anyone in the comments tell me that? I'm hitting him, but it's like it's just rebounding off. I emoted and they did not, so it's time to put in work. I thought I would just show off what I was packing. Try some pew pews. Caught him off guard with the moon veil. I thought that would not have got me, but I was wrong. Come on, come on, we got this. And GG's. You both emote. I'm just seeing how he reacts to those attacks. He seems to have high defense because my moon veil did shite, so now I've got to watch out. Just waiting around, seeing what happens. There you go, GG's. Last but not least, we have a cheater. Now just watch this. You'll see what I mean by a cheater. And I seem to be getting them quite often when I play Elden Ring in duels, so in all light of this, I was confused on what the hell this was though. This also froze my PC, so it was just weird. I thought this was a glitch, but I got told it was a cheater, so it is what it is. I ended up beating him anyways, so I'm happy with that. From my experience, the Moon Veil has to be one of the best weapons for PvE and PvP, and you can't change my mind on this. You'll see that a lot of people despise this weapon, but you know what I'll say to that? Get good. Anyways, the biggest highlight of this build has to be the Asher Ball, and not gonna lie, I won over half my fights with this build in PvP. You'll pretty much use everything on this build, but R1, roll R1, and running R1 and 2 will be your go-to attacks, apart from the weapon skill and spells. Now for the cons. Because America's Source Seal, this build does take a lot more damage than usual. There are no other cons for this build. It sliced through most, if not all my opponents, leaving them all in pieces. For that, I'm going to give this build a 8 out of 10 for PvP. Anyways, on to the outro. Let's get it! This build is a really solid build. The drip is fresh. This build also slices everything up like Sakuna from JJK when you're in his domain expansion. Transient Moonlight is OP, and Abdullah's Moonblade was also a great tool for this build. The talismans complement each other very well. So let's get on to the final score. For drip, I gave this a 7.5 out of 10. For PvE, I gave this also a 7.5 out of 10. For PvP, I gave this a 8 out of 10. This comes to a total of 22 out of 30. Would I play this build again for PvE? Hell yeah I would, and that's also the same for PvP as well. As I said before, it is a really solid build that really went above my expectations. Anyways, if you like this kind of content, then like, subscribe, and share it around with your friends if they like Elden Ring as well. Anyways, everyone have a blessed day or night, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!